Hello everyone and welcome to a new React challenge. So let me show you first what the challenge is. So basically the challenge is to keep tracking when the user clicked on the screen. We want to print a circle in the same position where the user clicked. For example, if the user clicked right here, we will print this mini circle or this small circle right here. If he will click here, we'll print this circle here. Okay. Also, and so on and so forth. Okay, also we had these two buttons. Basically this button, the undo button, will remove the last circles one by one by order from the screen. Okay, so let me refresh to show you something. So if this is the first circle, the second, the third and the fourth, if I click here, it should delete the fourth circle, then the third, then the second, then the first one. Okay, so if I click now, it will remove the fourth one, the third, the second and the first. And now the redo also will reprint the circles by one, so the first, the second, the third and so on and so forth. Okay, so if I click now, redo the second one, that's correct, the second one, the third one and the last one. Okay, so basically this is the challenge. So let's move on to start creating this project. Okay, so project, I'm gonna open a sender command line and I'll create this project with Vite. So by typing npm create Vite at latest, and I'm gonna give it a name of circle printer challenge. Okay, and the package name will be the same. The framework is React, the language is TypeScript, and I'm gonna clear the screen and I'll change the directory to the newly created project, and I'm gonna type npm install, or I for a short, npm install, and that will install the necessary dependencies. Okay, sorry for making you waiting. Okay, and here we go. Okay, clear, and I'll open the project and the VS Code. Okay, so let me close those, and I'll close this one also. So by hitting Control and G, it will open the VS Code integrated terminal, and I'm gonna run npm run dev. This script will run the application for you. Okay, so npm run dev, and here we go. So the first thing, I want to change the mode from the light to the dark mode. Okay, so dark mode, and there you go, this is a dark mode, and I'm gonna change a little bit. Okay, so the color of the button should be white. Okay, so the color is white, and here we go. So I'll delete everything because this is the default user interface when you build React with Vite. Okay, so I'm gonna delete everything because we're gonna build our own UI, and by typing this RAFCE snippet, that will create for you a React auto functional component. Okay, and here we go. Let's okay, so the text is centered. I don't wanna my text to be centered. Okay, so I'm gonna delete from the body these two. Okay, and there you go, everything is from the beginning, start from the beginning. Okay, so first of all, so what I want to do is to make the user able to click on the screen. Okay, so this. First of all, I'm gonna give this div a class, and I'm gonna give it also a onClick handler, an onClick event, sorry. And I'm gonna once the user click on this div, okay, I wanna call a function, and that function called onClick onClick handler. Okay, I'm gonna create it above this return, and okay, sorry, const, this is the ESX function, and this function takes an E, which is the event, as an element, as a parameter. Okay, and I'm gonna console log that E. Okay, cool. Parameter E implicitly has any type. Oh, okay, because we're working with TypeScript, we need to give this parameter type, and this is of type React dot mouse event, I guess. There you go. This is React dot mouse event. Also, to be more specific, this is an HTML div element. There we go. So let me test this first. Now when we click on this div, we will see in the console log something. Okay, so let me open up our console log and check. If I clicked here, there we go. So we see we got this object printed in the console, and this object had many properties. Basically, we only need two of them, which is the width and height, or the, I don't know, the X, Y. So, okay, so basically we need only these two, this page X and page Y, or you could use this client X and client Y, okay, and screen X and screen Y. You could use whatever you want. I'm gonna use page X and page Y. Okay, so that so let me re-click again. If I click here, nothing will be displayed in the console. And why is that? Because if you hovered on the div, you will see the div had a width, a full width of the screen, but the height only 24, and we want to make it full screen in the height. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna create a styles. I'm gonna write some styles dot app, and I'm gonna give it a height 100 view height. Okay, and again, now if then there you go. So the height is 424, which is the full width. Okay, so let me open up the console. If I clicked anywhere in the screen, that object, that event object will be printed in the console. Okay, you see? Perfect. So now what I want to do, I want to extract the page X and the page Y from that event. So page X and page Y from the event.target, and I'm gonna console log these two. Okay, page X and page Y. Perfect. So let me refresh. If I clicked here, we got these two numbers, which is this one is page X, this one is page Y. Another place, another positions, X and Y, and perfect. So now we need to store these two, these page X and page Y, these dimensions, in somewhere. Okay, and basically I'm gonna create a new state. And why I decide to create a new state? Because when I click in the screen in some place, the UI will be changed. And how it will be changed? Because we're gonna print something here. We're gonna print a circle, so the UI changed. First of all, the screen was black. If I click here, there is a circle will be printed here. So this the UI will change. So we need to create a new state. Okay, so circles and set circles. Okay, and this is a use state hook from the React, and this is an empty array as initial value. So, and we're using TypeScript. I'm gonna create a new folder called types types, and I'm gonna create a circle type .ts, and I'm gonna export that type, the circle type. Okay, and each circle had these two properties, which is page x, which is a number, okay, and page y, also a number. Perfect. Now I wanna import that circle type. I'm gonna import it in the app component, which is circle type. Perfect. So this user state is basically an array of circle type of circles. Okay, so I'm gonna write this here, an array of circle type. Perfect. So now each time we click on the screen, we need to add that object to the circles array. So that's why I'm gonna use this set circles to set the state and to see the changes on the UI. Okay, and there you go. So the new state is basically depends on the current state. For example, if I had an array of 3 circles and I click again on the screen, so it will be an array of 4 circles. So the old 3 circles plus the newly one. Okay, so I need the current state or the current circle's state to be able to get the new state. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna use the callback here, the callback function. I'm gonna call it current circles, and I'm gonna return a new array contains the current circles plus this page x and page y, this circle, page x and page y. Perfect. So now let me see if everything is going perfect. Okay, so I want to open this tab, the component tab, and by the way, to be able to see these two, the profiler and component, you need to install the React DevTools extensions, and it's super helpful, by the way. So here in the app component we had this state, which is our circles state, and if I clicked here, for example, and there you go, the array now is not empty. It contains an object where the page x is this and this, which is describe a circle. Okay, and this one, and so on and so forth. So this circle contains all of our circles. Okay, so now what I need to loop through that circle and display something. Okay, so I will loop through that circles.map each circle and key, and I will render out a div. Okay, I'll render out the div with the key is the key is the key, and that's it for now. Okay, and let me just say something here. Okay, here for example, circle. Okay, and now if I clicked here, there you go, circle, everything is working fine. So now I don't want to keep this here. I will create a new component, and that component I'm gonna call it circle dot tsx, and I will run this snippets. Perfect. And I will change this. Okay, so this circle will take as a prop the circle, the page X and page Y. Okay, so I will take that circle and I will destructure it immediately, and I'll get the page X and the page Y. Okay, and the circle is a circle type. I want to give it a type. Circle is a circle type. I'll import it right now. Import circle type. There you go. And this key, there is no need to get this key right here. Also, I want to create a index.ts, and I want to export every component from this file. Okay, so export default as circle from the circle file. Okay, and now I need to basically I need to just render a circle component. Why is that? Let me. So the first thing, I need to add these two, and I will render the circle component, and I'll give it a key. Okay, also the circle as a prop. Okay, and what is going on? Perfect. Okay, so again, okay, everything is working fine. So now we need to style. I don't want to just display a circle. I'll display circle, a real circle, not the word circle. Okay, so that's why I'll give this div. Okay, I'll remake it a closing tag, a div closing tag, and I'll give it a class name of circle. Okay, and I'll style it right now. Okay, under the .app, first of all, I'll give the app a position relative. Okay, and the circle, I'll give it a position. Sorry, a position absolute. Also, I give it a width with a 10 pixels, height of a 10 pixels, also border radius 15 pixels to be a circle, 15%, and the background will be white. Okay, perfect. So now if I click, there you go, the circle is displayed. If I click again, we got two circles, but we only see one. And by the way, it is not one circle here. There are two circles, and each one is on top of the other. That's why we only see one, because we are not giving it the right position. Okay, so this is our next task, to style, to decide where this circle should be displayed. Okay, so I'm gonna add a inner styles here, and I'm gonna give it a top, okay, of the page Y, the page Y pixels. Okay, also a left, and I'll give it a page Y not page X left. There we go. And let us test again. I'll click here. Okay, in the same position, here and here and here. Perfect. So everything is working fine. Now we need to add the redo and the undo buttons. Okay. I will create two buttons here. Two buttons, and one for the undo button and the other one for the redo button. And I will wrap all of this inside a React fragment, okay, to make it a single JSX element. Okay, so the undo, when I click on this button, I will call a function called undo handler. Okay, I will create it in a moment. Also, when I click here, I will call the redo handler. Okay, I will create them right now. So undo handler, also the redo handler. Perfect. So we had this scroll bar, I guess, because these two buttons, they take a little height. So let me check. So now the app, okay, so let me see. So the height of the button is almost 50. Okay, almost 50. So I'll make the app, it's not always 100 view height. I'll calculate something. It's this 100 view height minus 15 pixels. Okay, so and there you go, everything is working fine. The scroll bar is disappear. Okay, so now if I clicked, okay, so I guess we made a mistake. Not a mistake, it's a bug, because if I clicked here, the button should be displayed here, not here, and not because the height we're okay, so I need in the circle in the top, I need to minus 15 pixels also, and let me, and there you go. I guess, yeah, it works fine. Okay, perfect. So now we need to work on the undo functionality. Okay, so the undo functionality, basically, when I click on the undo functionality on the undo button, that undo button will remove the last circles one by one. So the fourth one, and the third one, the second one, and the first one. Okay, so I need to always, when I click on this undo button, I should remove the last element from the circle's array state. Okay, and there are too many ways to do this, and I'm gonna do it in this way, and you could do it in your way. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna set circles. So I need the current circles. That's why I'm gonna create a auto function, the current circles. Okay, and I will write circles dot slice from the beginning until the last element. Okay, so there the last element is basically in the position where the current circles dot length -1. This is the position of the last element of the array, because the array in JavaScript are zero based indexing. Okay, so I need to get the length and abstract 1 from it. Okay, so and there is a better way to do it, which is just type -1, and that means go to the last one. That means that -1 will take the last position, okay, of the last element in the array, okay. And if you read the documentation of this slide method, you will find that this slide will return a brand new array from the original array from the beginning until the end, but not including the last index, okay, the end index, okay. Well, then it should be good. Okay, so this method it returns an array. Okay, so let me do, this is the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Now if I click on this undo function, this undo button should return, I guess this is the fourth one, then this one, then this one, then this one, I guess. And here we go. Perfect. But I will create a class guard here if there is no circles, okay. There is no need to do the whole work, okay. Just stop right there. Perfect. So now I guess the undo function is almost done, okay. But let me think now about the redo. The redo, what we'll do, this button will take the undo circles and reprint each one of them one by one on the screen again. So the first thing, we need to store the undo circles. When I click on this button, I'll remove the circle, but I need to store it somewhere to be able to redo it again, okay. So that's why I'm gonna create a new state, and that state I'm gonna call it, it's basically almost this one, but this I'm gonna call it the undo circles, and here the set undo circles. Perfect. So now I think I need to get the undo circle from the circles of the circles dot length -1, and this will take the last element, because here we will delete it basically from the circles array. So I'm stored in a variable, and I will set the undo circle to the current undo circle, circles and return a brand new array with the current undo circles plus this newly undo circled one. Okay, now perfect. So let us inspect in the component and click on the app component, and now we have two states. First one for the circle state, the second one for the undo circles state. Now if I clicked here, the first state, which is the array circles, had 3 objects. Now if I undo, I will remove from the circles state and add it to the undo circles state, which is perfect, really perfect. There we go. Now I will go to the to the redo handler and do the work. Now it's almost the opposite. Now here are almost the same, because here I want to take also the last element from that array, from the undo circles array, and re-push it to the circles array. Okay, so I need first to take that circle, which is almost this one, and I'm gonna call it circle array, just not circle array, just circle, and not from the circles, from the undo circles, also the undo circles length -1 and I will set the circles to the current. I'll take this. Okay, I will return a brand new array with the current circles, press the new circle. Okay, and let us take sheep. So this is the first one, second one, the third, and the fourth. And if I undo this one, this one, this one, this one, if I redo again, it should reprint one by one. And what I mean by that it should print the first one here, then the second one, then the third, then the fourth. Let's test. Redo. Correct. Again. No, not working. I guess. So you see the power of inspecting this this tab. You see, okay, we are storing the undo circles in this state, but when we redo it again, we are taking the last element without deleting it from that state. And what I mean by that, I mean here we are only see one circle, but if I come here to the elements and it check, you will see there are three circles. There are three circles with the same dimensions. That's why each one of them it's on the top of the other. And why is that? Again, because we are always taking the last element, which is always had the same page X and the same Y, the same dimensions. Okay, so I need, when I click this button, I need to get the circle, okay, and add it to the circles again, and also I need to remove it from the undo circles, okay, and set undo circles. What I need to do this thing. I need to current undo circles dot slice, and I'm gonna take a slice from the beginning until the end, and I think this should solve the problem. Again, the first one, the second one, and the third one. If I undo, if I redo, and perfect. And I will create a guard class also here, and I think everything is working fine now. So the undo circles, and let's test that for the last time. Undo, redo, and everything is working perfectly. So I hope you enjoy it, that you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe this channel and give me a like.